This video was made possible by Mzizi International, the official African diaspora clothing brand. Visit mzizishop.com for more information. In a move that sent shockwaves through Senegal and beyond, President Macky Sall, just weeks before the February 25, 2024 election, unilaterally announced its postponement until December. This unprecedented decision, made public on February 3, 2024, sparked uproar in a nation already simmering with political tension due to the disqualification of prominent opposition candidates. Sall cited disputed electoral laws and a need for national dialogue as justification, but accusations of power grabs and democratic backsliding cast a heavy shadow. International communities expressed concern, urging transparency and a swift return to scheduled elections, while protests erupted within Senegal, met with police crackdowns and further fueling anxieties about the country's democratic future. And now those anxieties have been further exacerbated as violent clashes have spread in Senegal due to mounting anger amongst the populace. How bad are these protests, and how are they unfolding? Have there been any fatalities so far? Does this mean Senegal's democracy is officially under threat? In today's video, we will shed more light on these questions and many more. Before we dive into our topic today, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channels and ringing the bell to be notified about all our exciting future videos. Mounting public discontent over President Macky Sall's decision to postpone Senegal's February 25, 2024 elections to December 2024 has triggered the spread of violent clashes in the capital, Dakar, blocking major roads, rail lines, and markets. According to social media accounts, demonstrations occurred in other hotspots throughout the country as well. Anti-riot police fired tear gas to prevent demonstrators from reaching the Place de la Nation Square in central Dakar, where a huge demonstration was scheduled. Hundreds of demonstrators also pelted police with stones and set fire to tires as the square was closed. Police also dispersed a protest by about 200 people in the Oro du Rip, about 250 kilometers east of the capital. The situation is deplorable. We came to pray and we got gassed. It's intolerable. Thierno Alassane Sall, one of the 20 candidates who had been due to vie for the presidency, told media outlets. Sadly, the fiery protests produced a first fatality as a student was killed in the northern town of St. Louis. The student's death was officially confirmed to media sources by a local hospital source speaking on condition of anonymity. An official at the university the student attended, and opposition leader Khalifa Sall, in a post on social media. This wave of anger and frustration ripped through Senegal after President Macky Sall's bombshell announcement of postponing the February 25th election by 10 months. This unprecedented move, fueled by disputed electoral laws and claims of needing national dialogue, ignited simmering discontent. The decision's legitimacy was further eroded by reports of Parliament approving it under heavy security presence, with some opposition deputies forcibly removed. This blatant suppression of dissent sparked outrage, with accusations of a constitutional coup flying towards Sall. International communities echoed these concerns, urging respect for democratic processes and a swift return to the original electoral timeline. Adding fuel to the fire, Sall's past assurances of not seeking re-election were met with skepticism, leading many to suspect either an attempt to cling to power or undue influence on his successor. This cocktail of distrust, coupled with feelings of disenfranchisement and heavy-handed tactics, fueled the violent protests that have engulfed Senegal. The Senegalese people are demanding a return to the February 25th election, leaving the nation's future hanging in the balance as protests and international scrutiny intensify. Senegal's unfolding turmoil begs the question, is its cherished democracy on life support? Examining the evidence paints a complex picture. On one hand, Senegal boasts a stellar record, being the sole mainland West African nation untouched by coups or civil war since independence. 3 peaceful power transitions and timely elections have cemented its solid democratic identity. However, the current situation casts a dark shadow. Violent protests ignited by the election delay saw police tear gassing protests and arrests, alongside internet shutdowns which the authorities tried to justify as necessary to curb hateful and subversive messages. But the internet shutdown, arrests, and police use of tear gas are tactics typically associated with authoritarian regimes, further raising concerns about the government's commitment to free expression and other democratic values. These drastic measures, coupled with accusations of a constitutional coup, have eroded public trust and tarnished Senegal's democratic image. Experts and protesters alike fear for the future, with some even viewing this as a tipping point towards instability. What's more, the unfolding unrest not only jeopardizes Senegal's democratic standing, but also sparks worries of regional destabilization, with 4 neighboring countries already under military rule. As such, experts agree that the situation demands careful attention to prevent further erosion of democratic values in a region grappling with political uncertainties. Your perspective matters. What do you think of the violent clashes currently unfolding in Senegal? Do you agree that Senegalese President Macky Sall has put his country's democracy under threat? Share your insights and thoughts in the comments below. For continued updates on global affairs and diplomatic developments, be sure to subscribe to the New Africa channel. Stay informed, stay engaged. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to bringing you more insightful content in the future.